What's up, guys? I'm Chase.
And I'm Landon. Today we're going to be giving you everything you need to know about the upcoming Air Jordan 5 Orange Blaze or Shattered Backboard, whichever you want to call it, and how to cop. All right, so first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. If this is your first time here, feel free to give this video a like and hit that subscribe or follow button to support us. We would greatly appreciate that. But now let's go ahead and start off with the basic info for this release before we move on. So these Jordan 5s are set to release this Saturday on October 2nd, pending any delay, with a retail price of $190. And that release time is going to be set for 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern time on the Sneakers app. So don't forget to go in and turn on the notifications for that, just so you'll be reminded to enter. And it should be a sneakers draw, which is going to give you about 10 minutes to enter once they become available. But I would be ready whenever it hits the hour, just in case they switch it up. And then as for sizing, this does look to be a men's sizing only release, but that pretty much covers the date and the time for these. So now let's take a closer look at the overall design for these shoes. All right, so checking out the appearance for this new Air Jordan 5, these are pretty clean. So the color scheme obviously has some orange on there on the midsole and on the tongue as well, since this is one of those shattered backboard colorways. But I definitely do like the flashes of metallic silver kind of paired with the off-white or sail leather base on the upper for these. And then the silver on the tongue, of course, is going to be reflective. So I'm honestly not a huge fan of the Air Jordan 5 model, just for me to wear personally, but I do think this would be a pretty cool colorway worth going for. But that pretty much covers the appearance on these, so let's move on. All right, so for Raffles and Reservations, we do have some options available both online and in app, but I would act fast on that finish line in JD just because it is closing on the 27th. But for more raffles, just make sure you keep an eye on the How to Cop side of our website, which you can find at www.shoewear.co, because that's going to be where we update raffles every day as they continue to open and close. Or you could always just refer back to this video, because we do leave a link directly to that side of our page if you want to access it that way. But now I'm going to let Chase take over so he can let you know what sites are releasing these, what the aftermarket looks like, and your best chance on how to cop a pair.
Now, I just want to take a quick second and remind you guys to consider subscribing or following our page, but let's look at where these Jordan 5s are dropping and at what time. So starting off at 10 a.m. Eastern time, you have Champ Sports, Foot Action, Foot Locker, Finish Line, Hibbett Sports, JD Sports, Nike Sneakers, Shop Nice Kicks, Shoe Palace, Stash SF, which is only in store, and YCMC. But moving on, let's look at what the resale is currently at on some of the popular marketplaces. So at the time of this recording, StockX is at an average selling price of $215. GOAT's sitting at $225, and eBay is at $250. If you don't want to take a hassle of taking an L on these sneakers, we will leave a purchase link in the description below. Moving on to the stock numbers, since this is a Jordan 5, it's probably going to be a general release, so definitely expect some stock to be more limited though than the Oreos that dropped last week. To give you guys an example, let's look at the Jordan 5 Raging Bull colorway that dropped a little bit a while ago and how the stock ended up. So what you guys are seeing right now is the stock distribution graph that shows some retailer stock per size. Looking at the graph, you can see that sizes 9.5 through 12 have the most stock, which makes sense since those are the typical foot sizes in that range. And lastly, altogether stock was greater than 50,000 pairs. And I do expect this shattered backboard colorway to be in the low 40s instead. As for my resale prediction though, I do predict sales to be around $230, netting you a profit of around $20 per pair depending on which size you cop and where you sell. Now, should you hold or sell this Jordan 5? And in short, I would sell. I personally am glad that Nike didn't call it officially a shattered backboard colorway, because I personally don't think this color blocking is enough to be called a shattered backboard, since other shattered backboard models include more black and orange, and there's barely even both on these 5s. So overall, if you are looking to resell these shoes, I would recommend on selling these shoes as soon as possible to maximize your profit. And if you're not, it's actually a pretty decent shoe to cop whenever you want, because prices are pretty low right now.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for episode 54 of How to Cop for the Air Jordan 1 High Orange Blaze or Shattered Backboard. Thank you guys for taking some time to check us out. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop your favorite Jordan 5 colorway in the comments below. And then for more sneaker news, our available shoes for sale, and just anything that we do, click the link in our bio and check that out.
Also, feel free to comment, interact below to let us know what shoe you want to hear about next. But until next episode,
peace.